Sampson. Let's talk about Jadeveon Clowney, probably the biggest free agent on the defensive side of the football, maybe the defensive version of Cam Newton. No one seems to want Jadeveon Clowney, particularly not at his price. Reports are Jadeveon Clowney has come down in his price, and it looks like the Seattle Seahawks are the perfect place for him to rejoin that team. But my question here is, if Jadeveon Clowney signs a contract that doesn't meet his original expectations, should the Seattle Seahawks still want Jadeveon Clowney? I'm not sure if I'd want a guy who's not happy with his contract and only signing because he couldn't get it someplace else what he was looking for. Marcellus, should the Seahawks still want to sign Jadeveon Clowney?
That's a great point. No, I don't think they should want to. Look, the caveat is, what is that number? Like, there were reports that the number was as high as $21 million. If the number is lower than the franchise tag, which is at 17.7, you start to have the conversation. But I don't end the conversation there. I say if Jadeveon Clowney wants $14 million, then he's a Seattle Seahawk. Anything higher than that, I have to call you back, and this is why. I grade him in terms of talent and ability as an A, but in terms of production, including availability, he's a B-. You're just not getting all of the production you assume when you hear that name. Yes, he jumps out on film because he makes plays, tackle for losses, hurries, pass rushes. We get it. But in terms of full impact, I think Jadeveon Clowney, the name, is still a little greater than what you're going to get in the game. So he played his cards. He didn't play them perfectly because he didn't get the deal he desired. It's now been shopped around the entire league to no buyers. I'm with you in terms of I have some reservation for a guy who couldn't get his top dollar and is not giving me top production.
You know, you can never have too many pass rushers on a team. And right now, they should want Jadeveon Clowney because he can help your team, whether it's from a backup's role or from the starter's role. His leverage is pretty much gone at this point. As you mentioned, he had to lower his asking price. You gave out some numbers right there, Marcellus. To me, you can take this a whole lot lower in terms of what the going rate for Jadeveon would be at this moment. We talked about Cam. You mentioned Cam at the top of introducing the segment. Well, this is a situation where I think staying, sitting, and waiting would be a better option for Jadeveon Clowney because where he stands right now, the Seattle Seahawks could sign him for basically next to nothing, just like any other team could sign him next to nothing because they've shown that the market has spoken. The need is not tremendous for him, and the money is being spent on guys that are current players now. So it might be a better situation for him to sit and wait for somebody to get injured because for his position, it's easier to implement a defensive end that just has to rush versus trying to do it with a quarterback that has to learn an entire playbook.
I think he scared a lot of teams off by starting out talking about 20-some-odd million when I don't think he's had a double-digit sack season. And so now what you have are teams all across the league, including the Seattle Seahawks, like, well, let's say we get Jadeveon Clowney at a bargain price of 12, 13, 14, 15 million. But if he's not happy, if he's looking across like, damn, Myles Garrett may get 25 million. Somebody else may be getting more than me. And there have always been questions about Jadeveon Clowney's motor and will that motor start up if he doesn't feel like he's being paid properly? I think that's the question. Marcellus, we got about 30 seconds left. I'll give you the final say.
All I'm going to give you is the sack rates, and this is where you should get paid. Shaq Barrett, 108%. Basically, if he goes out there and starts the game, he's going to get a sack. You keep playing him, he's going to get maybe 2 sacks. Chandler Jones, 83%. Von Miller, 79%. Jadeveon Clowney, 44%. That means you put him out there and start, you're not even guaranteed a sack. Put him out there again, you may not get a sack. That's too low to be talking $20 million. Didn't play the cards right.
All right, LeVar, I'm going to let you get in the kitchen. What you cooking this weekend? It's
some red zone,
weekend.
baby.
I'm sure you're cooking something special. Oh, all
Get
right.
them ribs right.
All right.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself. From the crib presented by Hyundai. Stick around. I've got a Whitlock that hopefully is going to set the world on fire.